We as software engineers think about bad stuff pretty much a lot, but in reality there is also a lot of good stuff which is happening in our software engineering world, especially when it comes to AI and basically building businesses, increasing your income. And this is what I want to explain in this video. First of all, I want to talk about the bad stuff that we all kind of know about, but I will go through it pretty quickly, briefly, and then we'll talk about the good stuff that not many software engineers actually realize. So the first bad thing is that definitely it's hard to get a job in software engineering right now. There is many like CS alumni graduating from universities, and they're basically competing with us, especially if we're like on the beginner, intermediate, middle level. For seniors, maybe it's not so big of a problem, but also there is lots of layoffs, and it's actually like the second bad thing, and I have 3 of those here. So the second thing is that there is lots of layoffs, and the reason why there is many layoffs is because there is AI, which is a third kind of bad thing, but at the same time I'm going to explain in this video why it's also a good thing. And AI is becoming better, it's becoming smarter, and because of this it can replace some of those engineers who could be working just as normal coders, programmers before, when AI didn't even exist. So those are 3 bad things which are relevant to being kind of employed. But what I want to explain is that you can also build a business and you don't necessarily need to be employed. So here is 3 actually pros of having this AI world and making it grow. Basically, the first benefit of actually whatever is happening in our world right now, engineering, is that there is a lot of stuff that we can actually build. We don't realize it sometimes, but with AI, whenever AI came, it brought us opportunities that we now can utilize and actually build new software. And I'm saying about like Cursor or Anti-Gravity or any like tools that are replacing like engineers. Definitely we're not big fans of those, but we can build software which is automating the work of other people, and it's kind of considered to be bad because we're replacing people, but at the same time we're improving lives of other people, right? And this is how it will always work. Those who want to get the bad things in life are gonna make things for others a little bit worse, at least when it comes to AI, automating, and all of those technologies that are coming to our lives. So what I want to say is that right now, we as software engineers think that because there is many like code AI tools, they're replacing us. But in reality, there were no like ChatGPT, there were no Claude, there were no like a ton of other AI tools which are being basically developed. There is like Sora, which is like a separate app. There is like ChatGPT Atlas. There is a ton of new tools that are coming up all the time. And those tools, they bring us new work opportunities. And it's not just about being employed again. It's also about opportunities like voice AI receptionist, or AI automations for pretty much anything. You can automate anything with AI. It could be content, it could be sales, it could be whatever. Everything is now can be at least somewhat automated, and it brings us new opportunities because we as software engineers, we are the best people to actually know how to use those tools and how to actually automate this and bring these new opportunities into reality. And we shouldn't be worried too much about AI replacing us, because we are the ones who are able to build those new opportunities. So this is what I want to explain to you. And the second thing that I have here on my list is that not many people actually know that they have problems that can be solved with AI and technology. It was the case previously with like websites. Not many businesses had websites. They should have been called to actually like book some appointment with them. Maybe it was like a barbershop or something else. Now, many of them have websites, but the same problem kind of exists because they don't know that there is a new level of technology to this. Maybe there are some websites who don't have like AI support, for example, which could reply to all of the questions right away. Or maybe some other AI automations that don't even exist in their pipeline. Maybe it's not just a website. Maybe it's more about some whatever. Maybe there is some utilization of this website. Maybe it's basically making some processes inside of it. Maybe it's an entire like application. Maybe like for one of my previous works, it was like a for diabetes. guys who had diabetes, they could check their blood sugar levels. Maybe it would work with this somehow. So there is a ton of possibilities, and it means there is a need for software engineers who can actually build those. And those who are leading those businesses, like for example diabetes stuff, they may not even be aware that there is an opportunity to actually insert AI in there. And you as a software engineer may actually come and say, I know how to actually make it better, how to save you money, or how to save your time, or how to make you more money. Maybe I'll help you to like generate leads for for your diabetes tool, whatever. And the third thing, which is also relevant to those two pluses that I mentioned, is that we can build businesses. We don't necessarily need to work as software engineers in a 9-to-5. We can build our own businesses, agencies, consultancies, and basically provide our solutions ourselves, because there is so many ways you can put your knowledge into. You can put your skills, you can put your experience into this part of AI and this entire automation process. Instead of being just employed by some guy who found this opportunity himself, you can build and find this opportunity yourself. Even if there is enough competition, competition is a good, it's a good sign as well, because if there is no competition, it means that probably there is no need for this as well. But sometimes you can also like find, during this AI era, that you can also find new opportunities that may be useful. But first you need to make a market research, and I can also explain at the end of this video how you can do this. So we're able to find those opportunities and build new businesses, build new business ideas and new solutions, provide those solutions and deliver them, because we're software engineers and we know how to do this. So this is what I want you to do, and not just rely on software engineering job, looking for a job and being scared that there is AI, there is layoffs, and I could lose my job. No, you are now responsible for getting a job for yourself, because you now can do this in the AI era, because it helps you. It's not just making the entire process worse for you, it's making it better as well. It's kind of like a game of two sides, and as a result, will bring the technology level much higher, because everybody is trying to get a piece of this kind of cake. They're trying to get some results, get some money basically from this growth. And as a result, it may look like we're replacing many humans. I want to talk about like some bad kind of sides of this. So the idea is that we will replace some humans, but at the same time, those humans will be able to do an even better job at some other place. Maybe they would also be growing their basically knowledge. Maybe they will be learning and going to another level again, because they will have to grow. This is exactly what was happening like whenever cars appeared. So people were like carrying some heavy stuff themselves, then cars appeared, so it speeded up the process and nobody got kind of left. Everybody found his new opportunity. So this is exactly what will happen here as well. And we can make it faster, and as a result, we may also start thinking about what is the actual purpose of our lives, because right now, not many people actually realize it. For many people, it's all about making money, and we can actually transition into this, get closer to the real answer, which will be a reality, like what would be the purpose of a human. This is what we'll end up answering in the end, I think. Or maybe there will be no end. Maybe we'll be just growing continuously, bringing new AI tools, whatever. And I hope it will be for the best. And those are the things that I have on my mind. And I'm helping software engineers and technical founders to actually build businesses, find those opportunities. And if you already have some opportunities in your mind, I'm helping you to develop those. Actually make sure that they're viable, if those solutions is what people actually need. And if you connect with me on LinkedIn, link in the description, I can chat with you about this, test your idea, see if there is enough demand for it, and can help you to actually do lead generation and sell this, offer your solution. And I'll chat with you there on LinkedIn, or you can check out this video, where I'm explaining how to actually do the market research yourself, if that's what you want to do, because this is what you need to do before you actually go and build some automation, before you waste your time doing something that nobody may even need. So check out this video or connect with me on LinkedIn. See you there.